Right now, as you're watching this video, China just added more renewable energy to their grid in the first 5 months of this year than America added from all sources in 2024. So think about that for a second. While we're debating permits for transmission lines that take 20 years to build, Beijing is constructing AI infrastructure that could determine who controls the next century. So DeepSeek didn't just shook Silicon Valley, it revealed something really terrifying. China's been playing a completely different game. Here's the real reasons nobody's asking when China builds 80 times more grid capacity than we do, and their AI models train at a fraction of our cost. Now, are we already behind, and what is this going to mean for us? So let's jump into some of this today. So Trump's removing Biden-era AI export restrictions and fast-tracking permits for data centers, for chip manufacturers, and for power generation projects. So I'm not saying it's pro or con here. I'm just trying to give you guys the information. But the administrator is creating an American AI export program to push our tech stack globally, directly trying to compete with China's open source strategy. So, but here's the problem. Even with $92 billion, it might not be enough when China's spending 10% more on AI R&D every single year with no regulatory delays. So DeepSeek's MIT license allows unrestricted use, modification, and commercial deployment. They're just literally giving away world-class AI technology for free. Chinese AI companies are abandoning the closed source model, with major players like Baidu and Zhipu declaring 2025 the year of open source. This forces American companies into an impossible choice, and I think this is the reason why we saw OpenAI open source their models. It's a race right now, because what's happening is, while DeepSeek and others are open sourcing these, and we see GLM 4.5 also open sourcing these, while we see these major Chinese companies doing that, then the hosting services like Azure and AWS and Google Cloud and others are picking up these models and then giving those hosting. So within a week that we saw OpenAI's GPT OSS model come out, their open source model come out this week, immediately we saw the hosting start to pick it up. And that's the reason why you see this, is because it allows other people to start to host on this, which in turn gives dominance to those companies. So open source AI democratizes access, meaning developing countries will adopt the Chinese standards rather than the expensive American alternatives. So that's why America's got to go really all in, and I'm really a call out. And I'm glad to see OpenAI. Their model was pretty good. I'm going to give it creds. I'm actually preparing all my research right now. So stay tuned and make sure you like and subscribe, because I'm going to give you all my review on that open source model here very soon. But I would give this call out to Anthropic. I want to see Claude get open sourced. I would give it to XAI. I want to see Grok get open sourced. I want to see some open source models. This is where the US is going to start competing. So China's treating AI like they treated manufacturing, becoming the lowest cost provider, dominate globally, then control the entire supply chain. Now, US data centers need the equivalent of all the power used by California, Texas, and New York combined just to meet projected AI demands by 2035. So PJM Interconnect reported that an 800% increase in capacity prices, proving our aging grid can't handle current AI loads, let alone future growth. The problem with this, folks, is what it's going to do is it's going to make your and my power more expensive while we're trying to flood the grid so that these AI projects can grow. And so I understand the balance here, because if China wins, this could be a dangerous proposition if China wins that. So I understand this space race that we're in right now. But if we don't get some smart electricity together in the next 3 to 5 years, the U.S. will fall behind, and our power will become prohibitively expensive while we as consumers grapple with power from these AI companies. So Amazon's Pittsburgh data center uses more electricity than Amazon's Pittsburgh data center, so just this one data center for Amazon, uses more electricity than 750,000 homes. And Microsoft's Stargate project will need power for more than 300 million, equivalent to 300 million to 3 million homes. Man, I'm having a hard time reading numbers today. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act allocates $10.5 billion for grid improvements, but you know how in America takes really a long time. America has got to figure out how to hyperscale these data centers in order to keep up, and that means they've got to hyperscale their energy. So Energy Secretary Chris Wright has his work cut out for him, and he calls renewable energy a parasite on the grid, but removing clean energy subsidies just hands China another advantage. So America's gonna have to get really serious about getting energy any way that it can. Now, Chinese electricity prices give their AI companies a structural cost advantages that American firms simply cannot get without massive subsidies. And this is the reason why we see these AI companies and these hosting companies going at how they can try to come up with cheaper power. So DeepSeek claimed to train world-class models at a fraction of the U.S. cost. Now, and some estimate that it was as low as 90% training costs at some of the American efforts. So when your competitor can deliver similar results at 10% of your cost, you're not competing on innovation anymore, you're fighting for survival. So these Chinese chips are definitely something that we're going to have to be watching, right? And there's a lot of competition in that space. Every month, China delays dependency on U.S. technologies. Another month, they become permanently harder to contain. So Beijing's centralized system can approve and build transmission infrastructure in under 5 years compared to America's 10 to 20 year bureaucratic nightmares. And that's what Trump's trying to get removed right now, and they're going to have to figure out how to get serious about that. Chinese state-owned enterprises are rapidly deploying AI systems across government and business while U.S. companies fight regulatory uncertainty. The Federal Trade Commission is reviewing all AI actions from the Biden era, creating compliance paralysis for the U.S. companies trying to move fast. China built almost 40 nuclear reactors while America just added 2 at one power plant over 11 years. So this speed difference is existential. Local governments across China are launching DeepSeek-powered public services within weeks, while U.S. government AI projects take years to get approved. In technology, speed kills, and whoever deploys AI infrastructures first are going to set the standards for everyone else to follow. So we can definitely see that removing AI safety regulations and rushing infrastructure could create some systemic vulnerabilities, hard time getting that word out, that China's more careful approach definitely avoids. Eliminating woke AI constraints might sound good politically, but China's coordinated approach on AI governance gives them a strategic advantage. Fast-tracking permits and environmental reviews risk creating infrastructure that's built quickly but fails under pressure when we need it most. The focus on competing with China is going to cause us to really make sure that we're having to step correctly, but if we don't, we will fall behind China. So we do definitely need to prioritize speed. It's very imperative that we stay in front of China in this AI race. However, if we can't get some of these underlying problems like energy and other things figured out, we're going to fall way farther behind. Now, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think we just need to throw our hands up and let China win at AI? Like, what do you guys think? I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. I love to get your guys' comments, and we answer them all, each individually. So definitely make sure you leave a comment. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers as well as build custom software solutions for companies. So reach out because we'd love to help with your company, and check out startuphack.com/Spencer, and here's some great information about our services.
Hi, I'm Spencer, a fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and 25 years in software development, I've transformed technology teams and products for businesses just like yours. As your fractional CTO, you get the strategic guidance of a seasoned technology executive without the full-time commitment, perfect for companies ready to leverage cutting-edge technology without expanding headcount. My team at Startup Hack has already built advanced AI agents for small and medium businesses, automating complex workflows and delivering advanced ROI to human workflows. We specialize in creating custom software that connects your systems into a single coherent technology ecosystem. Our development approach focuses on tangible business outcomes. For one client, we developed AI-powered workflows that cut days off of human processes. For another company, by connecting multiple systems, we reduced processing time to increase their ROI by over 75%. We don't just write code, we architect solutions that scale. Whether you need cloud system architecture, data integration between legacy systems, or custom AI agents that automate your unique business processes, my team delivers results that exceed your expectations. Having led technology for a lot of companies and launched 7 successful brands of my own, I bring battle-tested expertise to your business challenges. Our specialty is turning technological complexity into business advantage. So if you're ready to harness the power of AI and custom software to drive your business forward, let's connect. Together, we'll build technology that doesn't just solve today's problems, it positions you for tomorrow's opportunities. Technology leadership, decades of experience, AI powered. Reach out today and we can help you. Check out startuphack.com/Spencer.